Good morning, Todd. How are you doing this morning?
Just fine. How are you doing?
I'm doing very well, thanks.
Good, good. We have a question, an insurance question here. Sometimes we have questions about people who have been seriously hurt, and then sometimes we have some theoretical questions about the law. Everybody says they like this portion of the program because they learn so much from it. So let's see if you can't help us with an insurance question today.
I'll try.
All right. It says this. I have had the same insurance agent for 15 years. I thought I had complete coverage, but when I was struck by a motorist who did not have insurance, my insurance company said I did not have uninsured motorist coverage, and I was out of luck. Am I really out of luck? And how much should I be carrying? This is a subject that seems to come up certainly every other week, if not every week.
To start with, or uninsured motorist coverage is the most important, and I can't emphasize that enough, the most important coverage anyone could carry. Mm-hmm. And the reason for that is that a good 50% of the drivers on the roads of Florida have no bodily injury liability coverage.
Wait. Say that again, because that's really sobering.
A good 50% of the drivers in Florida don't have any bodily injury liability coverage.
Wow.
And those who are insured, a lot of them just have minimal or $10,000 of coverage.
What the law requires.
And obviously, if you're seriously injured, $10,000 is not going to go very far in order to help you to pay for your damages.
Certainly.
So it's critically important to make sure you have uninsured motorist coverage on your policy, number one. Number two, the question is, well, how much uninsured motorist coverage should I have? Mm-hmm. Well, I could tell you can never have too much. So my answer would be is the most you could possibly afford. Now, it's interesting. In Florida, we have what's called stacking or non-stacking uninsured motorists. Mm-hmm. Stacking means that if you have three cars, you take the insurance from one car, stack it on the insurance of the second car, and stack it on the insurance of the third car. So you multiply your coverage by 3. Mm. Now, you do pay an additional premium for each car that you're stacking, but the amount of the premium is minimal compared to the amount of coverage that you receive.
So if you're in a serious enough accident, it gives you that much more to work with as far as trying to make you whole again.
Absolutely. I just was involved with a client that had several cars and decent policy limits, and the at-fault had no coverage, and I was able to make a reasonably good resolution for my client because he was smart enough to have stacking uninsured motorist coverage.
This question says, I thought I had complete coverage when I was struck. I found out I did not. That's not really possible to not know, because don't they have to offer that to you?
Well, yes. Not only do they have to offer it to you, but if you don't elect to have uninsured motorist coverage, mm-hmm. you must sign a waiver.
That's right.
And it was interesting. Several years ago, we had a client that had 3 vehicles, and he had, I believe, $100,000 of coverage on one vehicle, $250,000 of coverage on the second vehicle, and $25,000 of coverage on the third vehicle. So the insurance company said, well, he has no uninsured motorist coverage. I said, that's fine. Just send me the signed rejection forms. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. They couldn't find them.
Oh.
So we were able to collect the full $375,000
wow.
because they didn't have a rejection form for the uninsured motorist coverage.
All right, let's be careful, though, and not assume that will happen in every case. You need to check your insurance policy carefully and make sure that you are carrying this.
Exactly.
All right. Excellent advice once again, Bruce. Thank you so much for helping our listener out. And as always, it's much appreciated.
Oh, it's my pleasure.
And I look forward to talking to you next week.
I am looking forward to it too, Todd.